Joining us now in Studio B is the newest member of the BYU football team. It was announced yesterday, center coming over from the University of Utah, but now he's a BYU Cougar, Paul Maile.
Yeah.
Welcome to BYU Sports Nation, Paul.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate y'all having me.
I like the look, dude. You must be a confident dude.
Nah, this is my friend's brand, man. It's my friend's older brother, Frontline, man. Shout out Frontline.
Oh, nice.
It looks comfortable.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it is comfy, man.
You're the second former Ute to come on a BYU TV show in massive pink. Samson Nakua had a big old pink, like fluffy, what's it called? I can't remember. But it's basically just a blanket.
The blanket that you wear.
Maybe a comfy. Yeah, anyways.
Yes.
It exudes confidence.
I was going to wear my gray comfy today. So that's funny.
Hey, all good, man. You can wear that next time you're on the show. What have the last 48 hours been like for you as all of this has become official?
Shoot, man, it's been crazy, hectic, just a lot of mixed emotions, and you know what I mean, and I never saw myself coming down here, but just coming on an official and meeting Kalani, man, hearing his plan, and just meeting all the staff, man, and all the boys that reach out to me show love, all the staff reach out, show love. So, man, it's different, and I love being down here. But yeah, the last like 24 hours have been crazy. Just BYU fans showing love, man, and just. Yeah, I had to turn off my phone, man. It was too much.
Too much positivity?
Yeah.
You got a well-groomed mustache, so you fit in right away, which is great. What went into the decision, one, to transfer, and then two, to pick BYU?
Just the decision to transfer was I just feel like I needed something new. I'd been at Utah for, you know what I mean, I'm old, man, for 5 years, so.
You fit in if you're old, man.
And it's just, yeah, I just. Wasn't anything with the boys. I love the boys up there, love the coaches up there. Got nothing but love for everybody up there. It's just I needed something new for me and just needed a fresh start.
What kind of newness were you seeking? Because, you know, back-to-back Rose Bowls and playoff contention, right? Certainly that's exciting competitively, but obviously there's more to life than what happens on the field.
I guess it's just a new start. Like all I've ever known was Salt Lake City, Utah. You know what I mean? I'm from Salt Lake City. You know what I mean? I never left.
East High, repping?
East High, yes sir. Shout out the Lepers, man. Shout out East High. Yeah, it's just I needed something fresh, man. All I've ever known is Salt Lake, and I just feel like you can only grow when you're in uncomfortable situations. And shoot, I'm really uncomfortable down here. You know what I mean? This side, I never thought I'd see myself down here, but like I said, you know what I mean? I just came and talked to Kalani, man, and he's a dude, man. He's a dude.
Yeah.
Coach Funk, man. He's a dude too, and I appreciate them just even reaching out, man. So.
Hey, for what it's worth, you say you're an old guy. I feel like you're kind of a young guy at BYU still. Even after 5 years, it's all good. Yes, and the experience is a huge addition to this offensive line. I want to get into the details of where you feel like you've fit in the offensive line, but first I want to follow up with your visit with Kalani and how that impacted you, because clearly that had a huge factor in you coming to BYU. What was said? What kind of a vision did he lay out for you?
Man, it's just like, if y'all know, like, honestly, leading up to it, like, I've heard nothing but good things about Coach Kalani, and just, like, I was just like, bro, like, everything everybody's saying about him, like, it can't be real. Like, there's, like, all these people saying nothing but good things. Like, there got to be something wrong. Like, I feel like everybody lying at this point. And so, nah, it's like, I got to meet the dude for myself, and it's just, I mean, I didn't really know where I was going to end up, and so BYU was the first. I wouldn't even really say, like, an official visit. Like, I came down for it was just one day, a couple hours. Came around the facility, like, looked at, like, the weight room, looked at all the, O-line room, and just met with all the coaches. And, yeah, man, it's just, y'all just know how he is, man. It's like, it wasn't even really, like, anything he said, just, like, his aura, man, and just the type of dude, like, just good vibes. And, man, I believe in what, him, Coach A-Rod, and Coach Funk trying to do down here, man. And I want to be a part of something like that, man. And I know they got all the trust in me, man, and I trust them, so I know we can do something special.
All our decisions in life in any situation are based on what you want out of that experience. That's at least my experience. I guess what do you want out of this experience, and how did kind of BYU cater to that?
I don't know. It's my last year, you know what I mean? And I feel like I just wanted to make the biggest jump I could, and just Skylar Main's a big dude. He's here, man, and I work with Skylar a lot, you know what I mean? And
sports scientist, got the big mustache.
Yeah, I know.
You've seen him on the sidelines.
He's a guru, man. He's a dude, too, so it's just.
Because he's worked at Utah and BYU, right?
Yeah, it's just boys, like, we'll go,
go work out with him independently.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's just, there's boys from everywhere. I mean, you got NFL dudes that go there, and it's just, he told me he was down here, man. So that was, like, the main thing that got me through the door. But just when I met with Kalani, man, like, he's a dude, man. I got nothing but good things to say about him. ask for growth or what I'm looking for. It's just, I know what I'm capable, man, and I know what I can do. It's just, I just wanted a fresh start, and I just wanted a good culture, man. So I wanted to, just have fun playing football, and Kalani and them boys saying, like, we're going to have fun. So it's just, I was like, let's do it then, you know what I mean?
New BYU offensive lineman Paul Maile is on BYU Sports Nation as the Cougars transition into the Big 12. You know the Power 5. You played in the Pac-12. But now to where you feel like you fit in on this offensive line. Connor Pay, you mentioned to us before we came back that you're going to hang out with him a little bit later today and watch some film. He's been playing center at BYU. Where do you see yourself fitting in on the offensive line this year?
I can play center, guard, I mean, anywhere, or even if they just need me to coach up, you know what I mean, help out the young dudes, it's just wherever they need me, I can play. Of course, I prefer playing center. I like to run the show, you know, I like to make the calls, but wherever, you know what I mean, coach feel like they need me, and wherever I can fit best with those, you know what I mean, those 5, and where they need me in that room, man. So it don't really matter to me, it's just wherever I can help the team.
Which is awesome because we were talking about the offensive line. Like, listen, not everybody talks O-line. We were talking O-line in the A-block, which is fun. Kingsley's obviously a future NFL guy. Hopefully you're an NFL guy, right? Connor Pay was highly graded, second best PFF grade in pass blocking. And then you bring in some other transfers. Like, what about that group kind of excites you as you get to know these guys? And after last year's amazing offensive line from BYU, that you guys hope to continue that note?
Iron sharper than iron, man, you know what I mean? It's good to be around dudes that got the same goals as you, that want to grind, you know what I mean? And like you're saying, I mean, they're NFL dudes. It's like, I'm an NFL dude too, so it's like, let's work together, you know what I mean? And just make each other better.
What did you learn at the University of Utah that you feel like is going to help you transition right away into the Big 12?
Hard work, man. You know what I mean? Those up there at the U, man, they know how to work hard, so it's just, I feel like I'm going to give them my all every day, and just, you won't have to question, you know what I mean, if the work's being done, like it's going to be done. So,
how much of BYU going to the Big 12 was influential for you? Because you haven't mentioned it to this point. If BYU was independent, would BYU still have been a great option for you? Or was the Big 12 a big thing for you?
Honestly, I didn't even consider that. It was more just meeting Kalani. Like, even if they're still independent, like, I had that conversation and it went the way it went. Like, you know what I mean? I want to run through a wall for that dude. You feel me? Like, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah, he tends to make that happen, right? This is something that we hear often when players interact with Kalani Sitake. There's something about, you know, that bond, and it happens quickly. So we're still trying to figure out what that is. You said you just know. What is the special factor?
I don't know, man. It's just like, I barely even know the dude too. Like, we've probably only known each other for 2 weeks, you know what I mean? But it's just like, I don't know, like, when I first entered the portal, he called me like within 2 minutes, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I was like, this dude really, you know what I mean? It was just unreal, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, he got good vibes, man. It's his aura, and just, yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just, I know he's real though, and I know it's like, he's not feeding me no, you know what I mean, no BS or nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's legit, one of the best people. So if I read this right, your stepdad's Henry Kafusi?
Yes, sir. So
Kafusi's on both sides of the rivalry are fun, but maybe we traded Devin for you in like a first-round pick in the future or something. What's the Kafusi clan like with Henry and obviously all the Kafusis on both sides of this rivalry?
It's just family-oriented, man. It's just, they support me wherever I go. And just like when Dev first came down to Utah, you know what I mean? It's just, it was all love, and it's just...
You're like, hey, cousin.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's how we always greet each other. Like, and me and Dev got really close while he was at Utah, so I'm grateful he was there, and I got to, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't really, like, we weren't all that close. I mean, he grew up in Provo, I grew up here in Salt Lake, so, like, being able to play with each other for those last 2-3 years, it was nice, man. And just, yeah, it's just Kafusi family, man. It's bigger than football, so...
Yeah, an amazing family.
For sure.
That family tree is just littered with awesome people and athleticism. And
we're talking with Paul Maile on BYU Sports Nation. Paul, you said Kalani called you like 2 minutes after you put your name in the portal. When you were deciding to put your name in the portal and ultimately decided, like, yeah, I'm going to do it, was BYU on the radar at all at that point?
I mean, I was just considering anywhere, you know what I mean? And it's just like my only thing I knew about BYU really was Skylar Maine. And I mean, he's a dude too. Like, I love Skylar, man. And so I feel like he's just what got my foot in the door, wanted to check it out. But yeah, I wasn't even, like, my options was anywhere. Like, I was like open to go anywhere. It's just whatever the right fit was. And it just happened to be like my first trip, man.
Let's talk more about Dr. Maine, Dr. Skylar Maine. What is it that he does that influences you and others so much? Because you said he was the reason you kind of got in the door here.
It's just, it's the same thing like about Kalani, man. He's just a dude, and he's just like real. You could feel like, I mean, talking with them, it's just like, I don't know, like you can just tell, you know what I mean? It's the vibe, and it's just conversation, and it's just, anytime I go work with them, it's just been love. I never felt nothing bad from him, so it's just building that connection and just, I mean, he made me really want to come check it out and just, I mean, hear them out. Honestly, I wasn't even thinking about it.
As far as the school timeline goes, you are enrolled and in classes right now, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how has that transition been? Because there's not much time there. Like, you make a decision, now all of a sudden you're in school. So what's that been like as you acclimate to BYU from a class perspective?
It's just, yeah, it's crazy, honestly. I mean, school's always, I mean, football's the hardest thing, you know what I mean, about college football. So I feel like school, you just get it done. So I just stay on top of it. It's just, school's the same at Utah as it is here, so just got to get it done.
Well, BYU needed somebody to replace their East alum, Joe Tukuafu.
Yes, need a leopard. So need to maintain at least
Joe
one leopard.
Tukuafu leaves. Got to have one more coming. Paul, you're there to fill that void.
Yes, sir.
And be part of the offensive line. Hey, we're so grateful to talk with you today, man. Welcome to BYU Football.
You related to Frank, by the way?
Frank's my dad's brother.
Your uncle?
Yeah.
Straight up uncle?
Yeah.
Frank's a good dude.
Frank's a dude,
That's
too, man.
awesome,
I love
man.
Frank. Love my Maile side, too, man. I'm blessed to have two great families, man.
Fantastic. Okay, Paul.
Boise State, which BYU played last?
So we should know, when you come on the show, just by nature of you granting us some of your time, you get BYU Sports Nation karma. And you can utilize that however you want.
I appreciate y'all, man.
Using in class, using a spring.
Wherever you want to use it. Life will be good. It'll get better.
That's cool. I appreciate
Well, welcome to BYU, man. Great to have you.
Y'all. Thank you for.
Paul Maile with us on BYU Sports Nation as that offensive line group starts to really come together.
Can't wait, man. Can't wait for him to pancake a ton of fools in the Big 12. It's going to be awesome.